First pitch about to happen here in game number 2. The Wildcats pick up the victory in extra innings. On a little flare behind the pitcher's mound, and that is going to be a leadoff double. It looks like at least here as Jacob Maben's on his horse going to third. He will slide in feet first with a triple. Good start to the ball game for him. That'll bring up Justin Herzog. It's Jacob Maben, Justin Herzog, Derek Maben. Designated hitter Logan Ho hitting fourth. First pitch over, a called strike. Then it's the catcher, Habiki Ochi. Stark hitting sixth. Moni's back in the lineup hitting seventh. Batting eighth, the right fielder Jackson Holstad, and rounding out the starting nine, Levi Cummings. For the Wildcats defensively, Austin Olin's at first. At second, it's Larson. Peters at third. Tripoli the shortstop. Left to right, Berryman, Fossil, and McLean. Behind the dish is Gabe Bustamante. And on the bump, it's Nolan Milliman. First two are aboard as that one goes down as a hit by pitch. Milliman on the season, 10 appearances, 2 starts, 24 2/3 inning of work. He is 1-2 on the year with an ERA of .584. Opposing hitters with an average of just .258. He has struck out 25, walked 12, and hit now 5 on the year. Here is the shortstop, Derek Maben, .326 for him. 4-6-3. Twin killing. The Wolves take the lead 1-0.
Designated hitter number 20, Logan Ho.
And going to be ruled foul. Up and in. One-two pops out of Bustamante's mitt. Over in Bellingham, the Vikings ahead 2-0 in the bottom of the third. Ooh, that one just misses. Count runs full, 3-2. Logan Ho, .346. He was 2 for 5, an RBI and a run scored in the opener. Chops this to first. Olin bobbles it, able to recover, and he'll step on the bag to end the inning. But the Wolves do push across one on the double play. It's 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. It'll be Berryman, Larson, and Fossil due up for Central. Bottom of the first, it'll be Zach Berryman. And a little sword action there. It's 0-1. Standing on the mound opposing him, Dwayne Angbrandt. 10 appearances, 2 starts, just 17 2/3 innings on the season for him. And that'll be a leadoff single. Coming in, opposing hitters have gotten the better of him, an average of 324 against. Struck out 19, walked just 4. A record of 0-1 and an ERA of 5.6. Here's Charlie Larson. Larson in game 1, 1 for 3, a run scored, an RBI, a walk. Squares around a bunt, and foul ball. Ochi came out ready to gun to second. Took the home plate umpire a second to see where exactly that ball had been touched. Larson squaring around again. The Wildcats looking to perform some small ball here from the start. Count is 1-1. Pulls back. Oh! The ejecto mitt there, and it'll be ruled a pass ball. If it were hockey, I'd congratulate him for kicking the rebound to the corner. Spinning a check at second. An emphatic strike call. 2-2. Dancing off a second. And Larson swings through that. One gone. Here's Adam Fossil. After a 2 for 5 in game number 1, he scored twice, drove in one. Hitting .361, 5 home runs, 30 driven in, and he has scored 42 times. A good indicator that the guys behind you are doing their job as well. Wildcats, a dangerous lineup top to bottom. First 6 hitters, all hitting above 300. All of the usual starters above 250. Call the strike. Even Trevor Tripoli in the 9-hole hitting .282. On base percentage of .328. Fossil's OBP almost 100 points higher than his average. Hitting .361, an OBP of .451. He has drawn 19 walks and been plunked 7 times. OPS up over 1,000. Fouls that one off. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind's picked up a little bit here for game number 2. Long look in from Angbrandt. And Fossil will call time. Two. Adios. 2-run big fly for Adam Fossil. That was a no-doubter.
That's the 6th home run of the year for center fielder Adam Fossil.
Wildcats on top, 2-1.
First baseman number 13, Austin Olin.
And here's Olin, the first baseman. Moves 90 feet from where he played in game number 1 behind the dish. Got that one down for a single to left. Cummings will cut it off. Back-to-back hits for the Wildcats. Here's Tyler McLean. McLean 2 for 4, runs scored, and 2 driven in the opener. Squares around a bunt, pulls back. Angbrand will look over at first. Up and in. Oland, not a stolen base threat over at first. No stolen bases, no attempts. McLean pulls back, and it's a called strike. That was an awkward bunt attempt there from McLean. Started late. Big swing and a miss. It's 2-2. And that should be a foul ball as it's chopped off McLean. I don't know who called it, but somebody did. Stays alive. Fouls that one back to the screen. Count still 2-2. Three home runs, 19 batted in for McLean. And that'll be strike 3 on the corner. Good pitch there by Angbrandt. And there are 2 down. Here's Michael Copeland.
Designated hitter number 18, Michael Copeland.
Copeland found him a nice spot in the lineup as the DH this year for the Wildcats. Primarily played left field last year, but has settled into that DH role nicely for Desi Story and the Wildcats. Just off the black. Copeland hitting .312. Driven in 18, scored 24 times. 6 doubles. Fouls that one off the top of the screen. Good hack on a 2-0 count. Three and one. Western Oregon wanted that one. Line drive in the center. Catch will be made. And that will end the inning. The 2-run home run puts the Wildcats on top 2-1. We'll be back with the top of the second right after this. Top of the second. Ibikiochi leading off. Back behind the plate. In the dirt. Kind of a Jeff Bagwell stance for him. Crouch down, low center. Pops this one up. Larson calls off everybody, and he will make the grab. Looked like McLean might have had the easier route to there at the last few seconds, but he lets the second baseman take charge and haul it in.
First baseman number 37, John Stark.
With one out here, Stark had a big fly in game number 1. Yanked a pitch down and in, over the wall and left. Watches the first pitch go by, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Stark down by way of the K. And that's the fourth time he has struck out today. 2 outs.
Second baseman number 3, Leighton Moniz.
Brings up Leighton Moniz. Called a strike to open the at-bat. He's hitting .289, 1 home run and 3 batted in. Just the 15th game of the season for him. He's 11 for 38. Big swing there. He's out ahead of it, 0-2. Waste pitch. Here's the 1-2. Foul tipped off of Bustamante. Home plate umpire will take a little walk out in front of home plate. Give Gabe a chance to recover. Fouled away. One, two's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2's fouled away. We'll reset, try it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. 2's across the top of the scoreboard. Count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Struck well into left center. It's going to get into the gap and down. It'll be a stand-up double. 2 outs, a little life. Bring up Jackson Holstead. 0 for 5 in game 1. He wore the collar.
Right fielder number 25, Jackson Holstead.
He'd like to end that here. In the dirt, blocked by Bustamante, but advancing to third, a good block by Peter. Marking a wild pitch. Ooh, just misses. Good spot there for Milliman. It's 2-0. In the air to left. Berryman will make the grab, and that'll end the inning. The Wolves strand 1. It's still 2-1 Central when we come back for the bottom of the second.
Bustamante.
Bottom of the second, Bustamante leads things off for the Wildcats. First pitch catches the inside corner 0-1. E 0-1 from Angbrandt. Misses outside. It's 1-1. Ochi setting up on the outer half again. That one's in for a strike, 1-2. Three hoppers short. Derek Maben throws across for out number 2. Excuse me, out number 1.
Third baseman, number 8, Michael Peter. Out number 7.
Here's Michael Peter. Takes the first one on the inside corner for a strike. He's hitting .259, 1 home run, 22 batted in. Scored 13 times. This one to first. Stark fields it on the knee. Takes it himself. 2 down.
Shortstop, number 2, Trevor Tripoli.
You're the 9-hole hitter, Trevor Tripoli. Hitting .282. Oh for 4 in game 1. Catches the corner. He'll be on the inside corner. Tripoli bailed out a little bit on that pitch. Lays in for a strike. That one is foul tipped through the legs of both the catcher and the umpire. Twos across the top of the scoreboard. That one just misses. Ooh. Tripoli draws the walk.
Outfielder, number 11, Zach Berry.
And it's back to the top of the order for Zach Berryman. That's what you want out of the 9-hole. Find a way to get on. In the dirt. Ochi keeps it close. It's fouled off. Two one. Foul the way 2-2. Well, over in Bellingham, Isabel Womack throwing a one-hitter, but she trails 2-0. Swing and a miss. Berryman down by way of the K to end the inning.
No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 run.
We'll head to the top of the third. Central leads 2-1. Top of the third, Levi Cummings will get the Wolves started. First pitch is above the top of the strike zone. That one's over for a called strike. Just misses with that one. Foul tipped. He'll stay alive. Another one fouled off. Full count. Hanging tough is Cummings. Good way to open the inning for the Wolves. Try to fluster Milliman a little bit. 3-2. That is a good at-bat from Cummings. He draws the walk. And now he's got a D-armor. And Jacob Maben back to the top of the order. 1 for 1 in game 2 today. Gets away from Bustamante. I think that one will go as a pass ball. McLean fields it, loses an edge, and around to score is Cummings. That is a long single for Maben. He drives in the run. 2-2.
Third baseman number 4, Justin Herzog.
Here's Justin Herzog. Check over at first, back in time. Jacob Maben, 12 for 14 on the base path. Misses just outside. Call the strike. 1-1 the count. Runner going, swinging a miss at the plate. The throw, not in time. Throw just to the shortstop side of the second base bag. And be a bang-bang play even if that throw is dead on the money. 13th stolen base of the season for the Wolves center fielder. Stretches that lead just an inch or two longer, and down swinging is Herzog.
Shortstop number 26, Derek Maben.
And here's Derek Maben. And another look to second. In the dirt. And he's going to advance anyway. Wild pitch moves him up 90 feet. Go ahead run 90 feet away. On a line and down. It'll be 3-2. Derek's heading for second. He's in there.
Designated hitter number 20, Logan Ho.
And Kramer Champlin's coming out. Looking towards the bullpen. This might just be a chat to try to restore some confidence here for Milliman. Give the arms in the bullpen an extra second or two to warm up. There is action down there. Waiting on Hayden to try to confirm who exactly. And Bo Kiersey loosening for Joel Johnson. Logan Ho. Runner in scoring position, a chance to extend the lead. Count opens with a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Bender over for a strike, 1-1. And a check on the runner. Good block by Bustamante. Keeps Maben at second. Over in Bellingham, all tied 2-2. Alyssa Benthagen does it again. A 2-run big fly levels the score. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball. Stays up high. Three-one count. Big hack there, 3-2. And Hull will foul that one off. Oh for 1. Full count. Milliman set. And he'll spin towards second. Another foul ball. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Big out number 2, and he chased what would have been ball 4. Instead, there are 2 down. That'll bring up the Wolves catcher,
Catcher number 10,
Hibiki Ochi. He's 0 for 1, hitting 184 on the season. 1 big fly and 2 ribbies. Chops that one foul. It'll be 1-1. Milliman misses outside. Two and one. Milliman's had to work for everything this inning, getting deep in accounts. That one's going to skip away from Bustamante. Another wild pitch. Yeah, that'll be ball 4. Ochi draws the walk. Runners on the corners and 2 down. And
number 37, John Stark.
That'll bring Kramer Champlin out of the bullpen. Central's going to make a pitching change. So we'll take a timeout and we'll be right back. Stark will be the first batter Bo Kiersey faces. Weak grounder foul. Kiersey, 18 innings, 7 strikeouts, and an ERA of 5.06. And it's in the dirt. Bustamante, a nice block. Keeps everybody stationary. And that one hits Stark. I think that hit him right on the ankle guard.
Second baseman number 3, Leighton Money.
Bases are loaded. A bit of an inauspicious start for Kiersey out of the bullpen. Breaking ball over for a called strike. Fouled away. 2 runs across this inning for Western Oregon so far. They lead 3-2. Kiersey replaces Milliman and now trying to work out of a bases-loaded jam. Waste pitch. And he hits another one. Not exactly a free pass to get the run. Moni's had to wear that one, but the Wolves are up 4-2. Big bender for a strike. In the dirt, but Bustamante keeps it close by. Charge that last run to Nolan Milliman. Kiersey toes the rubber. Two and one. Kiersey has faced 2 batters, and he's hit both of them so far. Three and one. The 3-1. On the ground left side, sliding is Olin, but he can't get it. 1 run's going to score. Getting out of the way is Ochi as Stark comes around. It is 6-2.
Left fielder number 2, Levi Cummings.
2-out magic for Western Oregon. Five runs have come across in this inning. Runners on the corners now for Cummings. He led off the inning with a walk. Strikes this one well. It's a one-hopper to the fence. One will score, and it is an RBI double. Seven to 2. This one gotten away from Bo Kiersey. Champlin coming out of the dugout. And he signals towards the bullpen, so the Wildcats will be on their second reliever of the inning when we come back. Josh Toohey in on relief. He takes over with 6 across already on the inning and runners on second and third. First pitch swinging a bounding ball to third. The throw from Peter in the dirt. And the inning will extend. Well, the wheels have fallen off a bit here. And the top of the third for Central.
Third baseman number 4, Justin Herzog.
That one gets away from Bustamante on what was really a lazy attempt to catch that pitch. And it's 9 to 2. Over first strike, 1-1. And pretty much all of this happening with 2 outs. Here's the 1-1. Call the strike, 1-2. 8 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. One, two. Back from whence it came. Rounding third. Fossil not able to pick it up cleanly, so scoring without a throw is Maben. 10-2.
Shortstop number 26, Derek Maben.
9 runs in a single inning. First pitch to Derek Maben misses 1-0. Inside corner 1-1. Maben disagrees. To a 40 2/3 innings. 5.68 ERA, just 15 strikeouts. He's a contact guy. 2-1 the count. On the ground to second. This should end the inning. Larson goes the easy way to second for out number 3. But Western Oregon gets 9 runs on 5 hits, helped along by 1 error, some walks, and some hit-by pitches. Couple pass balls in there as well, a wild pitch. And just like that, it's 10-2 Wolves heading to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third, Charlie Larson leading off.
Second baseman number 14, Charlie Larson.
Starts off with a strike 0-1. Over in Bellingham, an RBI double from Brooke Jordan puts the Wildcats ahead 3-2, heading into the bottom of the 7th. Wildcats trying to find the elusive doubleheader sweep. Same could have been said about baseball up until the last half inning. Larson staring at a 1-2 count. chopper down the third base line. Fair territory. The throw across. And Larson's retired for out number 1. Good job over there at third by Herzog to round that ball off, set his body up to make the throw. And here's Adam Fossil. Been a tough out. And he has what have to be the highest socks I have ever seen. They're up over his knees, and he's pulled the pants up over his knees. He fouls the first pitch away. It's 0-1. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it, though. Misses on the outside corner, 1-1. I don't think I've ever seen anybody wear their socks that high. Here's the 1-1. It's 2-1. Inside. Count goes to 3-1. Be 3-2. He chops that one foul. Cal runs full for Engbrandt. He's allowed 2 runs on 3 hits so far. Fossil staying alive. It's backing out of play. Back-to-back groundouts in Bellingham. Isabel Womack and the Wildcats 1 out away from taking game number 2. Oof, a close one for ball 4.
First baseman, number 13, Austin Olin.
Yeah, Adam Fossil leading off a big lead over there. First pitch is outside. I just figured out what his pants remind me of. They remind me of the brays that used to be worn by the Celtic and Germanic tribes. But then later in the medieval era, the pantaloons, the big baggy pantaloons that used to have the the real colorful ones. Yeah, I couldn't quite figure out what the word I wanted to use for that. But they'd have the really high socks, and they'd normally have the like a cuff around the bottom of the pantaloon. As that one's a called strike. Two and one count. 3-1 count, excuse me. And that'll be ball 4. Olin works the walk. Now a slow walk to the mound. Bobby Cox might have gotten out there first. I recently listened to a bunch of the former Braves from that era, Smoltzy, Maddox, Chipper, and Bobby was there. The interview, I think it was a few years back, and Chipper was telling his favorite ejection story of Bobby Cox. And it was like the second or third inning of a game, and John Smoltz got ejected. And Bobby Cox came out and gave the umpire his fair share, but he had told Smoltzy at the time, "Stay on the mound. You're not ejected." So John Smoltz, at the age of 30 some odd, a full grown man, is out there standing on the pitcher's mound just with his hand in his glove, looking like he's a kid in Little League. And Chipper Jones is over at third, glove over his face, trying not to laugh. And Bobby gets done with his argument, starts to walk back to the dugout. Smoltz is still standing on the mound, and he just looks back and goes, "Come on, Smoltzy, get off the mound." And they replaced the pitcher, I assume. Hearing Chipper tell it, I enjoyed it. Mal Stuman, sitting beside me, said he expected a better payoff on that story. I agree. One and one count here in the bottom of the third. Olin's over at first, Fossil at second. And it's outside, 2-1 to McLean. There's action in the Wolves bullpen, a right-hander throwing. Spin move back to second, Fossil's back. Two on to McLean is upstairs. Three and one to McLean. 3-2. He fouls that one off. Swing and a miss, a big out. He gets McLean swinging. Here's Michael Copeland.
Designated hitter number 18, Michael Copeland.
Copeland 0 for 1 as he lifts this one foul and out of play. Just off the corner. Good frame job by Ochi there. Didn't try to yank it back too far. Foul back off the screen. The final from Bellingham. Womack and the Wildcats hang on 3-2. Womack throws a 3-hitter en route to her 7th victory of the season. 103 pitches, 3 hits, 2 walks, struck out 7. Cope fouls another one off. He's got the neck gaiter pulled all the way up. Temperature dropping a little bit here in game 2 as we get closer and closer to twilight. 1-2 on Copeland. On the ground, diving and unable to get it, it's Derek Maben. Fossil being waved around, and he will score without a throw. It's 10-3.
Catcher number 27, Gabe Bustamante.
1 out and 2 on. Gabe Bustamante strides to the plate. First pitch is inside. That one's a called strike. Fouls it away. One and two. Ochi setting up early outside on the outer half of the plate. It's in the dirt. He blocks it. Chop past the Wildcats dugout. Bustamante staying alive. Right-hander continues to throw for the Wolves. Three and two. Runners will be on the move. The count full and 2 outs. Back to the mound, fielded cleanly. Angbrandt will flip it to first for out number 3. Central does get 1 run, though. They trail 10-3 as we head to the top of the 4th. Starting off the top of the fourth, Sebastian Morales is going to pinch hit for the Wolves. He's hitting in place of Logan Ho, the designated hitter. Morales, 312 on the season, 2 ribbies, 4 runs scored. Swing and a miss. Count 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. And the pinch hitter dealt with.
Catcher number 10, BK Ochi.
BK Ochi back at the dish. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, and he slices that one foul. Ochi puts a charge into that one to right. McLean going back. Not going to get there. Shows off the arm, but it's a stand-up double for Ochi. Runner in scoring position with 1 out for Stark.
First baseman number 37, John Stark.
Pumped over for a strike. Stark had the home run in game 1. He's been down by way of the K quite a few times. Had the hat trick in game 1, and he struck out once already here. On 1 is in a right. McLean at the track. He'll make the grab. Ochi tagging. And he will be into third without a throw. With 2 outs, a runner just 90 feet. I'll bring up Leighton Moniz.
Second baseman number 3, Leighton Moniz.
1 for 1 with an RBI already. Right-hander continues to throw in the Wolves bullpen. That's a lot of bullets being used up down there. It looks like he's throwing almost faster than a pitch per pitch with the game. It might be telling that He may be coming on this next inning. 2-0 the count. Three and 0. Now he's slowed down a little bit. He's going to go pitch for pitch. So he looks ready. Should they call on him? Over for a strike, 3-1. That'll be ball 4. So runners on the corners with 2 outs.
Right fielder number 25, Jackson Holstad.
Jackson Holstad, 1 for 2 with 2 runs batted in. Misses 1-0. Wolves hoping for another 2-out rally. Sizable lead off of first. On the ground, Weekly. Olin the flip to Toohey. He's got to find the bag, and he does. A 3-1 ground out ends the inning. It's 10-3 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Fourth, Michael Peter leading off, and he is 0 for 1. The Wolves finally go to the reliever. Seth Kuykendall, 28 and a third innings, a 4.20 ERA. Peter out after the first pitch, and it's foul. A loud foul there. 1-1. Kuykendall's pitch stays up high. Peter Tripoli in the lineup card flips over for Berryman. And a line drive to first. Stark playing on the line makes the grab.
Shortstop number 2, Trevor Tripoli.
And here's Trevor Tripoli. Walked in his first plate appearance. In the dirt, 1-0. Comes back with a strike, 1-1. Tripoli's got himself a 1-out single. Top of the order, here's Berryman.
Left fielder number 11, Zach Berryman.
Wildcats would like to start chipping away at that lead. And Western Oregon currently holds a 7-run difference after Western Oregon played at 9 in the third. And Berryman fouls it back to the screen. Pumped over for a strike, 0-2. Well, that one's off the glove. Tripoli advances. A runner on second and one down. Count 1-2 to Berryman. And time called. Misses 2-2. Tripoli was about halfway to third there on his secondary. And that'll be a punch out. 2 down as Berryman watches strike 3. And here's Charlie Larson. First pitch is up high. Big breaking ball for a strike, 1-1. One darted downward. Inside corner, 1-2. Larson, shallow center, going back is Maben. He's got it. For out number 3, the Wildcats strand 1. It's still 10-3 as we head to the top of the 5th. Top of the 5th. Tui back out for Central. He's allowed 2 hits, 1 unearned run. Got a walk and a strikeout. Cummings on the day, 1 for 1, an RBI and a walk. Count even at 1-1. High popped up. Berryman makes the jaw again to shallow left. Back to the top of the order for Jacob Maben. 2 for 3 with 2 batted in. Having himself a good game, 2, after he went 0 for 3 in the opener. Tui's got a called strike 0-1. In a sinking liner to second, Larson makes the grab. 2 away.
Third baseman number 4, Justin Herzog.
Inside corner, a strike. Opens the at-bat 0-1 to Herzog. He's 1 for 2, an RBI. And he struck out once. That one, a little check swing, but it's called a strike nonetheless, 0-2. The 0-2. Just a bit high, 1-2. The 0-2. Chopper back to the mound. Tui fields it. Throw over to first, and the Wolves go 1-2-3 in the top of the fifth. They still lead it 10-3 as we head to the bottom half. Bottom of the fifth. Kuykendall back out for the Wolves. Allowed one hit and had a strikeout in his first inning of work. And here's Adam Fossil. Gonna have to put it into overdrive, but he cannot. First pitch swinging, and it's a ground out. Here's Austin Oland.
First baseman number 13, Austin Oland.
Oh, and 1 catches the corner. Oland 1 for 1 with a walk. Average hovering just over 300 at 308. Awkward swing there. It's 0-2. In the dirt, trying to get him to chase, but he holds off. Two and two. Fouled away. Count stays even. Runs full. 3-2. Ochi has to track that one down. Payoff pitch is skied on the infield. Derek Maben thinks he's got it, and he does. 2 away. Here's Tyler McLean, 0 for 2 so far. He struck out twice, trying to avoid the hat trick. After the first pitch, 0-1. High and deep to left. Yippee-ki-yay! Solo home run for McLean.
That's the fourth home run of the year for Tyler McLean.
Big fly number 4 for McLean. And the Wildcats trail 10-4 now. I think you'd like a couple base runners on with that, but you'll take it nonetheless. And we got to call time. There's a ball out. There we go. Cummings will go track it down. That one came back pretty quickly. Cummings turned and gave a wave to whoever was behind the left field wall. Here's Copeland. 1 for 2 with an RBI. And he might have a hit here, and he does. Although cut off very nicely in right by Holstad. Keeps it to a long single for Copeland. Here's Bustamante. 0 for 2. Trenton Love is on deck. He entered as a defensive replacement for Michael Peter. Swing and a miss by Bustamante. A little off balance on that swing. Breaking ball over 0-2. Been a weird week for weather here in Ellensburg. You can see the mountains are snow-capped. It snowed just a little bit in Ellensburg, and more was in the forecast for later in the week, but it held off. One and two the count. To short. They'll go the easy way to second for out number 3. The Wildcats get one on the solo shot from McLean. 10-4 as we head to the top of the 6th. Derek Maben will lead off for the Wolves here in the top of the 6th. Tui back out. Ten-4 ball game. And the first pitch skips in. Bustamante's left blinker is out. Here's the 1-0. In the air to right. McLean to his left. He'll run it down for out number 1. Sebastian Morales struck out in his only at-bat so far. He replaced Logan Ho as a pinch hitter. Chop foul. That one might have got a piece of Bustamante. 1-1 the count. Two and one. Western Oregon has scored in just 2 innings, the first and the third. They got 1 in the first and 9 in the third. Lifted in the air, down the line and right. Twisting foul. It'll get into the bullpen. It'll be 2 and 2. The Wildcats, meanwhile, have scored in every odd-numbered inning. They put up 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fifth. Stays 2 and 2 as Morales fouls it off the screen. Still 2 and 2. Two again. Back up the middle. Snared by Larson. Not going to be in time on the throw. And that'll be an infield single.
Catcher number 10, Wildcats.
Chris Harden throwing for the Wolves. As Ochi stands in. Swinging first pitch, lifted foul. And it'll be back out of play and off the concrete. I guess that's a tarred pathway, not concrete. Slight difference. Here's the 0-1 to Ochi. And it's in for a strike 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Tui gets Ochi for out number 2.
First baseman number 37, John Stark.
Here's John Stark. Big hack there from Stark. 0-1. Runner going. And it'll be a stolen base. Bustamante was half a second ahead of himself there. Long look at second in the 1-1. Stark, another big swing, 1-2. The 1-2. Meat of the air and right down the line. It will drift into foul territory where McLean will handle it for the third out. The Wolves strand one. It's 10-4 as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Bottom of the sixth inning, Trenton Love lead things off.
Third baseman number 5, Trenton Love.
Want to know the count to Love. Oh, and 2 as he fouls it away. Chopped to the left side. Herzog's throw to first, and Love is retired. It's the number 9 hitter, Trevor Tripoli.
Number 2, Trevor Tripoli.
That one is low, 1-0. So if you're like me, you were probably curious when the first time tar was used, because I mentioned it. And that would have been in 8th century. The first widespread use was the 8th century. The streets of Baghdad were the first streets to be mainly paved with tar. Concrete dates back its precursor back to the Romans. They were the first to use it widespread for roads, but it was used, that one's over for a strike to Tripoli, in building the Great Wall of China around 800 BCE. Two one, fouled off by Tripoli. It's 2-2. Every time I'm on here, we just sneak in some history. Two to Trip. In the dirt, 3-2. Gets a good bounce away from Ochi. Wildcats had 15 academic all-GNAC selections, if I heard Hayden correctly. That was released today by the conference office, and it's a full count walk from Tripoli. Kuykendall misses just off the corner. Flip the lineup card over. Here's Zach Berryman. Berryman 1 for 3. He struck out twice, so trying to avoid the hat trick. That one almost got the shoulder as he twists out of the way. Western Oregon's lead still Grand Slam proof at 10-4. Every base runner vital for Central. Fouls that away, 1-1. Berryman right on top of the plate. Back foot nestled into the back corner of the box. One off the hands. Catch is made. The throw to first. Tripoli back in time with a dive. Oh, with 2 outs, Charlie Larson strides up.
Second baseman, number 14, Charlie Larson.
Wolves bullpen continues to have action. Still Harden throwing. Outside 1-0. Upstairs. 2-0 the count. Adam Fossil waits on deck. Called strike on the corner, 2-1. Two and two. Larson not a big fan of that call. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2's across the top of the scoreboard. Time called by Larson. And go back through his routine. Stays alive. He fouls that one off with a pirouette. And I'm sure he's asking, was that a strike? Still 2-2. Foul tip back into the mid of Ochi. He hangs on. And the Wildcats strand one, heading to the top of the seventh. It's 10-4. Western Oregon leading. Top of the seventh, Josh Toohey back out on the bump. And he'll face off against Leighton Moniz. 1 for 1 with an RBI, and he drew a walk. Swinging first pitch, fouled away. Will it stay in play? It'll be just out of play. The 0-1. On the ground to second, or to short, excuse me. Tripoli's throw. Big pick by Oland for out one. Bring up Jackson Holstad. 1 for 3 with a pair of runs batted in.
Right fielder number 25, Jackson Holstad.
Swing and a miss. 0-1. The 0-1. On a line, that'll fall in shallow right for a single. A 1-out knock from Holstad.
Left fielder number 2, Levi Cummings.
That'll bring up Levi Cummings. 1 for 2, an RBI and a walk. In the 9 spot for Western Oregon. 265 on the season. The Wolves aggressive here in the top of the 7th. All 3 hitters have gone after the first pitch. And that'll be a hit by pitch. Flip the lineup card over back to the top for Jacob Maben.
Center fielder number 28, Jacob Maben.
2 for 4, 2 batted in. Hitting a gaudy .350. Scored 30 runs. Just 1 home run and 15 batted in for him. 13 stolen bases on the season. And first pitch is inside. Cummings over at first. Just even with Austin Oland. And that one gets away from Bustamante. I have to see if that goes down as a wild pitch or a pass ball. Oh, goes a pass ball. Not been a great day for Bustamante defensively behind the plate. It's a bad day when you have one pass ball, but now there are multiple. And that'll drive in at least one. They're going to wave around Cummings. Here comes the throw to the plate. And taking second is Maben. There was no chance for that throw to be cut off either. Fossil launched that throw like a trebuchet out there from center. And it's 12-4 for Justin Herzog. 1 for 3 in RBI, and he struck out once. Catches the outside corner 0-1. One and one from Tui. Tui set, gives a look back to second, and delivers. Off the corner. 2 balls and a strike. Two and two. On the ground right side, Olin, backhanded stab, the flip to Tui, and that'll be out number 2. 2 away for Derek Maben.
Shortstop number 26, Derek Maben.
1 for 4 with an RBI. A check swing foul. Western Oregon going out with a very aggressive approach here in the top of the 7th. Oh, nice catch down there by the bullpen guardian. Those open air bullpens, you got to have somebody standing at the ready to protect the catcher. Oh and 2. To Larson at second. Fields it cleanly. The throw over to Olin retires the side. Western Oregon gets 2 more. They lead it 12-4 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th, and a host of changes for Western Oregon.
Center fielder number 7, Adam Fossil.
Witt's on at first. Valdez at second. And Spencer 6 has come in behind the plate. And that's along with Matthew Dunaway taking the mound. 21 and 2/3 innings. He struck out 36 hitters in an ERA of 2.58. First pitch is a ball. Leading off for the Wildcats, it's Adam Fossil. In for a strike, 2-1. I gotta wonder what size socks Adam Fossil has to buy to get them to go that high on his legs. Or are they leggings? They could be. They could be leggings. Here's the 2-1. 2-2. Two offering. Push to the right. It's going to fall, and it'll be foul. Good effort from Dunaway. Two one more time. Sky to the right side. Drifting into foul territory is Witt, and he makes the grab for out number 1. Central down to their final 2 outs.
First baseman number 13, Austin Oland.
And here's Austin Oland. Over for a strike, 0-1. Oh, and 2. Catches the bottom of the strike zone. Oland keeps the at-bat alive, fouling that one back. 0-2 the count. Count goes to 1-2. On the ground up the middle. Valdez is there. The throw, 2 down.
Right fielder number 9, Tyler McLean.
2 down, Tyler McLean. He's got a solo home run in this one. Still trying to avoid the hat trick. He's 1 for 3. Dunaway winds and delivers. I'll say he did offer at it 0-1. Oh, and 2. It's fouled back and out of play. Central down to their final strike. One and 2. Dunaway just getting some work in here in an 8-run ball game. The 1-2. Skied to left. Down the line, Cummings in foul territory, and he's got it. For out number 3, the final score, 12-4. Western Oregon takes the back end. They score 12 runs on 11 hits. Central manages 4 runs on 7 hits, and Central with 1 error defensively. But for Western Oregon, it's the big 3rd inning. They scored 9 runs on just 5 hits. The wheels kind of fell off Central Washington at that point. And with that, it's a day 1 split. We'll be back tomorrow at noon, and we'll do it all over again. Games 3 and 4 of the series between Western Oregon and Central Washington. I'm going to thank you for tuning in, and have a great night.